Welcome back to Badminton World, the show that brings you all things badminton. Today, we delve deeper into the age-old badminton rivalry that exists between Europe and Asia. We also start down the road to London 2012 and see how one of the busiest capitals on the planet is preparing to host one of the biggest sporting events in the world, the Olympics. Plus, we get up close and personal with Denmark's top shuttler, Jan O. Jorgensen. In this month's Badminton World, we focus on two of the world's powerhouse regions in the sport of badminton, Asia and Europe. The most prestigious tournament titles, such as the Thomas and Uber Cups, the Yonex All England Open Championships and Olympics, have been going back and forth between the two regions so much that some could even say that the sport only exists between them.
Maybe there are better players from Asia, especially China. And in Europe, there's only Denmark. England used to be good, but not so anymore. I hope that more Europeans, Asians, and even Americans will shine. If only Asians shine, badminton might not be in the Olympics anymore.
It's hard to say which part of the world has more the most powerful players, but it's clearly for me that the Asians has a lot of players. In Europe, we only have a few top players in the world, so it's a little bit harder to win the tournament because you need to win against a lot of Asian players.
Although the rivalry goes way back, it can't be denied that Asia has had a bit of an edge recently and at times in the past.
Still, Asia is stronger than Europe. So, still I think it's keep going to strong between the Asian player. But it's now at the moment Europe is last time is only last time it's England and Denmark and Sweden, but now it's come out to, it's in Germany also it's come out. It's also Netherlands is there, so it's more. It's Europe also. It's badminton is more interesting. So definitely is Europe also is more stronger than this time maybe.
The Asians have been so dominant in this sport for such a long time. You know, they start training from such a young age with real quality and real physical capabilities. And in Europe, we don't really tend to start that kind of training until maybe even 16, 17, 18 years old, by which time the Asians have been doing that for a long, long time. So we kind of learn a very, very different way of playing the game, a bit more tactical, a bit more technical in a way, playing a lot softer shots, where the Asian people and the players are very aggressive, very big smashes. You know, you've seen the world records go by all the Asian players, and that is the big challenge.
For the players themselves, it's clear that where the game is being played does seem to have an effect on their performance. European players do seem to fare better when playing on home ground, and that may also hold true for Asian players.
When we play in Denmark, then it's easy to play and to go and get some food and sleep at home and stuff like that. So, and not the long journey. But I think I'm getting used to play in Asia, and I love to play there.
I prefer the weather in Asia, but if it's a tournament, I like playing in Europe. If it's the climate, then definitely Malaysia or Singapore because of the similar weather. A country like England or Denmark is cooler, but on the court, I definitely prefer Europe.
And there's no denying that there are vast differences in the playing styles of both regions.
Yes, it's a European place. There is the body size big, but is in the movement is a little bit slow. then Asian players the height is small, but it's faster and powerful. So I think the European style is more tactic and skill. The Asian players more is speed and power. This is also, I think culture is definitely different. So European players more individual. The Asian players is like teamwork.
Big difference. Asians, like I say, very, very quick, very explosive, very powerful players. Europeans tend to be that little bit slower, playing with a lot more soft touches, maybe at times a bit more skill, but they have to read the game probably a lot better than the Asian players because they don't have that natural speed. So it becomes very much of a thinking game, a tactical game. Sometimes there's a bit of gamesmanship that goes on in a match just to try and overcome that unbelievable power that the Asians bring.
Asians tend to have a variety of shots and strokes, while Europeans tend to rely more on strength and power. But now, the Danish have good techniques and improved physique. And mentally, Europeans never give up. They fight for each and every point.
I think the skills for a Euro player must be the tactic game. It's for me the tactic game. It's very important. If I don't think of my tactic, then I don't have a chance against the Asians. That's the most important for me, and I guess it's the same for the other European players.
It's a rivalry that will continue as long as badminton keeps growing and spreading. History may show that Asia seems to be the dominant region, as you can see from the amount of top 10 players they have. Moving off court now, we thought it would be fun to test the knowledge of some of Europe's and Asia's shuttling stars. We have Simon Santoso of Indonesia going head-to-head with Hans-Kristian of Denmark in our Badminton World battle time.
I think Indonesia.
I would say Indonesia.
Denmark.
For sure, Denmark. We are the best team in Europe.
2003.
I think it was in 2006, but I'm not 100% sure.
China.
That is China, I guess.
Well, it looks like Europe wins this round. Funny, Hans even beat Simon in the first round of the recent All England Championships.
Badminton. No sport comes close.
Before we head for a break, here's a bit of a badminton brain teaser for you. Name the women's singles player who won 2 different Olympic game medals for 2 different countries. Coming up next, we take a look at the road to London 2012 and hang out with one of Denmark's top shuttlers, Jorgensen.
Hi, I'm Tine Baun and I'm from Denmark, and you're watching Badminton World.
Welcome back to Badminton World. So, did you figure out our badminton brain teaser before the break? Mia Odina is the right answer, as Mia has represented Indonesia and also the Netherlands, proving that badminton truly is a global sport. And speaking of global, we're moving on to the Road to London 2012.
It's now time for our Road to London 2012 segment. This month, we're going to mix it up a bit and take a look at things from ground level. The venue. That's right, Wembley Arena. Hilary Atkinson, the badminton manager for the London 2012 Olympics, talks to us about the grand building itself.
We're here at Wembley Arena. It's the home of the badminton and rhythmic gymnastic sport events for the London 2012 Olympic Games. At the moment, as you can see behind me, they're setting it up for a different kind of competition. But when you arrive here on the 28th of July, what you'll see is 3 badminton courts set out ready for the world's best players to display their action. Over the course of the tournament, the 3 courts will come down to one central finals court on which the finals for all 5 badminton events will be played over the weekend of Friday the 3rd to Sunday the 5th of August.
Aside from badminton, Wembley is also a venue for other sports, some of which may never have crossed our minds.
One thing you might not know about Wembley Arena, apart from having a long badminton history at All England Championships, is that there's actually a pool under the floor. It was built in 1934 and used as a venue for the 1948 Olympic Games, so the venue itself has a real long Olympic history.
With such a prestigious history, Wembley definitely has a lot to uphold, and nothing shows English pride more than the dedication of all the staff and volunteers in the lead up to the Games.
Really looking forward to the Olympics, to welcome everybody to England. We're preparing to make it the best event that we can with all the experience that we've got from all our international events that we've run in this country over the last 20 odd years. It should be a fantastic event. We've prepared for it. We had our practice event last August. It ran very smoothly, so I'm confident that all the volunteers and all the staff working there will make it a fantastic badminton event.
Badminton. No sport comes close.
Hi, I'm Jan Jorgensen. Welcome in.
Jan Jorgensen is one of Denmark's top men's singles shuttlers and currently ranked 13th in the world. Known as a very cool player on court, Jorgensen started playing badminton as a kid, and it felt as natural as can be.
I just started playing because of my family played. I was dragged down to the hall and yeah, it came very natural to me to start playing. I think I was 4 years old when I started, and yeah, it was just like the most normal thing to do, to play badminton, and I enjoyed it from the first hit, so here I am now. I also played soccer, and I also went to handball one day and stuff like that, but it just didn't catch me at the same level as badminton did.
And that naturalness shows in his game with, of course, his coolness. But how does he keep that calm and stay prepared on all fronts when heading to a tournament?
Of course I need a game t-shirt, and of course 2 ones, because you don't know if your opponent gonna wear the same color as you. When you face certain opponents, you know sometimes what they're gonna wear. Chinchilla is obviously liking a yellow color, and some of the Indonesians are most of the time wearing a red shirt, so you can know that before your game who you had to play. So obviously 2 t-shirts, of course rackets, a lot of rackets, very important. I normally carry around like 8 of the same minimum, because it can go really fast. You can just break them, like if you break 4 in a row and you only have 4 left, you get kind of insecure, so you really need a lot of rackets. I bring 2 pair of shoes. If they broke, something happened, it's good to bring. I don't bring them for the court, but I just put them with all my other stuff, with my jacket and stuff, and put that in the player seating area, and then if something is going wrong, I can tell my coach to go get them. Yeah, energy bars, energy for energy drink. I put this blended up with water. I bring my iPad. If there is a long bus drive, it's good to have something to take the time, to kill the time. And yeah, and if they get behind and something like that, you can just play around with these things at the stadium. I think that's important.
Jan is as committed as you can be. That means at least 100%. He's giving his everything every day, in every training, and also in the rest of the other parts of his life. You could say that it's even his maybe it's his weak point, that he's so committed that he wants to do everything perfect, and he wants to do good all the time.
He's a very good runner, and strong mentally also. So of course he's a very complete player.
Coming up on Badminton World after the break, we have the latest tournament news for you, and we hear more from our featured shuttler this month, Jan Jorgensen. So stay tuned to Badminton World.
Halo, saya Simon Santoso. Jangan lupa saksikan Badminton World.
This month also saw the prestigious Yonex All England Open Championships, where Lindan became the first shuttler in the Open era to win a record 5th men's singles title when world number 1 Lee Chong-wei retired injured. The 4-time world champion, who won this title in 04, 06, 07 and 09, narrowly beat Chong-wei 21-19 in the first game and led 6-2 in the second, when the 2-time defending champion signaled he could not continue. Had he won, it would have been Chong-wei's double hat-trick at the All England after coming out on top in 2010 and 2011. It would also have meant 3 consecutive Super Series titles this year, as he was currently unbeaten in 2012. Meanwhile, women's singles champion Wang Yihan was stunned by teammate Li Zuri in straight games. The 21-year-old from China upset the world champion to win her first BWF World Superseries Premier Tournament. It was also back-to-back wins for the youngster after dominating at the preceding German Open. In the men's doubles, South Korea's Jung Jae-sung Lee Yong-dae beat 4-time world champions Cha-Yun Fu Haifeng in 3 games to win their second All England crown. The second seeds, who won in 2008, threw away the first game after leading, but fought back to take the next 2 to win 21-23, 21-9, 21-14. At the women's doubles, Tianqing and Zhao Yunlei added their names to the list of winners by stunning top seeds and world champions Guangzhou Li Yuyang in straight games. Tianqing Zhao Yunlei's 21-17, 21-12 victory ended a run of 7 consecutive defeats to their teammates, who beat them in the World Championships, as well as 5 other title deciders. Finally, to round off the event, Tantawi Ahmad and Liliana Natsir ended 33 years of hurt for Indonesia at the All England when they won the mixed doubles crown against former world champions and 2005 All England runner-up Thomas Leybourne, Camilla Ritter-Juel of Denmark. The Indonesians showed no nerves as they ran out 21-17, 21-19 winners over the German Open champions. It was the pair's 3rd BWF World Superseries title, but their first in a Superseries Premier tournament. They won the India and Singapore Opens last year.
From one of the biggest tournaments in the badminton world, we move now to take a look at the top players in the world today based on the latest BWF World Rankings. For more information, visit BWF's official website.
Badminton. No sport comes close.
We return with our player of the moment, Jan O. Jorgensen. He was at the top of his game and still climbing. Then a big blow. An inflammation of his heart valves that forced him to withdraw from last year's Denmark Open.
Yeah, it was kind of a big scare for me to suddenly realize that I had something going on with my heart, and it kind of put things in perspective. You just realize that badminton is not the only thing. I want to be able to take a run when I'm 50, and I want to be able to play golf when I'm 50. And you start thinking about things like that. I just got the doctor's words that it wasn't that bad, and I could still go competing and train hard. So I just trust his words and hope that it's gonna be okay. I still have these extra beats sometimes, but I'm getting better to controlling it.
Now that Jorgensen sees life from a different perspective, he seems to be enjoying himself a bit more off the court as well.
I have a little passion for tattoos. The first one I got was a stickman tattoo. My sister, she's 30, but she drew it. And then the second one, it's kind of bigger one. Jim Morrison from The Doors. It reminds me, in general, I like things from the past and things that have a history and stuff like that. And it also reminds me of my dad, who always played a lot of music to me, and I have been raised with good old-fashioned music. This one I recently got. It says "Time Will Tell," and it's not like it have some bigger meaning to me. I just thought it was a good sentence, and you really don't know what time will tell. So I think it's kind of interesting. So on my shoulder, this one says "Dad," and on the other side, it says "Mom." So pretty simple, and yeah, I guess I am a kind of family man, but yeah, all these values with family and stuff, that's important to me.
Jan is very outgoing, and he likes a good night out as well. Especially when I go on holiday with Jan quite often, and he's always a guy who wants to go out and have a drink and go for some girls. So he's really a party boy.
He likes girls a lot, so we have to control him sometimes. But I have that under control, and I can help him and give him some good advices about that. So I'm the experienced one at that topic. But of course, he's a very good, cool guy, and yeah, we enjoy being with each other on tour, and the whole Danish team has a really good time every time. So of course, it's really good.
His music taste is very special. I don't even know any of the bands that he's listening to, so it's very special and weird, but he enjoys it, and that's the most important part.
Music is what's really special to him. He even has his own top 10 songs list on his iTunes.
I come up with 10 songs. The first one that flew up in my mind, that was When the Music Is Over by The Doors. At that time it was like such a new thing, making songs that took like 10 minutes and just went on and on and on and built up and went down again. And I like music that is different and that has some edge, and this one is certainly a special one. One of the other ones I picked, that's Money with the Drums, kind of new band, Americans. Another one I picked, Arcade Fire, Ready to Start. I went to the concert last year, and it was such a great experience. I actually went with some of the badminton guys, and we just thought it would be like a normal gig, but we ended up dancing around and having fun with all the other people, and there was no alcohol involved, so it was kind of fun experience. But yeah, very good concert, one of the best I've been to in 2011.
Yeah, and definitely has some eclectic taste in music. That was the end of our chat with Jorgensen, but we weren't leaving without asking him a few other questions.
I usually play good at Denmark Open, so I think that's of course one of my favorite tournaments. No, but I like playing in Japan. I love Tokyo as well as a city, and I think that's one of the things. It's also amazing to play in Indonesia, in Stora Senayan. It's an incredible place. Singapore is a pretty cool city as well. So yeah, many cool places. But yeah, the favorite one must be Denmark Open. Yeah, I've looked up to Taufik and Peter, and of course also Lindan. But it's kind of tough to say that because these are the guys I'm competing with. So, but still, these three are amazing athletes. But if you look outside badminton, I think someone like Federer, Roger Federer, tennis player, is like an amazing athlete. He's just been taking all the titles, and his sportsmanship is amazing as well. I don't think it's funny, but it's kind of funny to everybody else. Yeah, I got stuck after the Japan Open. I got stuck in Singapore because I hadn't checked my passport. It was full. No more sites available for visa, so I couldn't get visa for Indonesia. So I was stuck in Singapore and Uma Thurman. Godfather movies. She needs to be good looking, and she needs to be intelligent as well. And humor is very, very important to me as well. Yeah, but I guess every guy says that. That's the three things you just want, but yeah, I don't know.
Badminton. No sport comes close.
Coming up, the big ones, the Thomas and the Uber Cup finals in May and the London Olympic Games in July. But before that, the Yonex Sunrise India Open in April is definitely worth our attention, seeing that it is the last chance for our players to book their tickets to the 2012 London Olympic Games. For more information, visit the BWF official website.
That brings us to this month's selected Super Series moment, and don't forget, if you have a favorite Super Series moment of your own, send it over to badmintonworld@totalsportasia.com. With that, we close the curtains on another Badminton World. but not for long, as there is still tons of badminton coming up in 2012. In our next show, we zoom in on one of the world's longest-running badminton tournaments, Thomas and Uber Cups, and we get the chance to speak to a bona fide Asian badminton legend. That's all coming soon, so don't forget, Badminton World, it's the world we know.